All right, guys. Tasha again, walk and rant. Colorful language ahead, so you've been warned. All right, so today was hot. I live in California, NorCal, and yeah, the weather just doesn't make me feel any better either, especially when it's hot and you're living in a house that's old, has piss poor AC, duct, and all that jazz. So when the AC is on, you barely feel anything. It's getting better. My dad's been working on it, among other things, during this shelter in place. So hopefully what I'm about to rant about is something you guys have probably experienced or are experiencing as well. So it's about two things I'm frustrated about. So you'll hear the background because I am outside. So I apologize for that. So frustrated that my business is giving me, it's just agitating me, because it's a very stressful thing to do by yourself. Even though I bought numerous trainings, all of them are kind of do it yourself or done with you. And you implement all the things that they ask you to do, whether it's Bing ads or Pinterest ads, YouTube ads, or Facebook ads. And in this wonderful world, that's utopia, where everything's perfect, what you would expect is you target the right people using the right keywords, and you only spend $5 or $1 a day. And then all these people are like, yes, I need that product. And they go to your page, and they go to your landing page, they give you their name and email address for the free thing, and they love that free thing so much that they want more, and then they buy that upsell, and if they can't afford it, they'll do the downsell of 2 payments, and then boom, you got your sale. And then guess what? That sale keeps happening all day, every day. You go to sleep, you wake up, and you've got sales. You go out through your day, and your phone goes off. Sale, sale, sale. PayPal, Stripe. And you're like, yes, fucking A, finally. But that's not the reality, unfortunately. As you may or may not know, when you start your ads, you will lose money right away. And I've been told this, and I've expected it, and it's happened way too many times. And it's just so freaking frustrating to spend all this fucking money, literally thousands of dollars of money, and then you can't even get break-even status. So I'm feeling you guys that are going through the same shit I am. That you're not breaking even, you're not bringing in sales. You may or may not be getting leads, but the leads aren't opening up their goddamn email, like my list. And if they are, they'll go to the link, but they're not purchasing. So I'm like, what on earth did you sign up for my list for? Something grabbed your attention. Something made you give me your information. Something about that page spoke to you. So what the hell was it? And why aren't you reading the emails after? Why aren't you going through my links with a call to action that says, hey, get this now. Deadline's coming up. The price is going up. Well, technically, truthfully, it's deadline, especially with the One Funnel Away challenge. Happens every 30 days. So if you don't want to wait 30 days to make money, then you sign up for the deadline. That's the fear missing out portion, right? So you always give that person that uncomfortable option. Oh, I better get this before the price goes up or before the deadline goes. My open rates for my product that I bought as a white label, however, have improved. But again, no sales. And I think that the product that I bought is pretty good because I've been utilizing it because I bought it as a blueprint as well. And basically it's for people who are on a tight budget, such as myself, and you just use organic traffic. Social media, basically Facebook for this particular one, but it can be applied to other social media, okay? So it's called the Social Network Lead Generator. That's what I named it as my product. And I ran Facebook ads and Pinterest ads. And it's getting traction as far as how many impressions I got, people who looked at it. Clicks are good. Signups are okay, they're good between the two. At least with Pinterest, I found out that just traffic performed better than the awareness portion. So I thought that was interesting. But I paused those. And then on my Facebook, I spent a little bit more. And I used something that I didn't consider before through another Pinterest training. Through a woman named Kate Sullivan. Can't speak today. Anyway, she has Pinterest, Facebook, etc. So she said to use lead forms in your Facebook ads. And what that does is it allows you to have an ad, but the person doesn't have to leave Facebook. If what you are promoting is interesting enough for them to give you their name and number, they just sign up on that lead, and then they get a thank you. And then they have an option to stay on Facebook by clicking out of the window, or they click on your website. So that's pretty good. That's pretty cool because you still capture the lead. And I didn't know that. And I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. So if they don't feel like looking at the website, you as the owner of a business, you can still reach out to them because they gave you their name and email. So they should expect to get something from you in the mail. So which reminds me, I have about 23 signups in the past couple of days. So I need to upload them into my autoresponder and see what happens with this group, if they're going to open up and read it. So I had found another email that I kind of thrown in the trash, but I got it out of the trash, and it was for working with Billie Jean as marketing. So I dropped to $497 because I was tired of trying to do this myself, even though I had training, but I'm not getting the results that I want. So what do you do when you're not getting the results you want, besides bitching and moaning and walking like myself, which again, you're allowed to do and allowed to feel those feelings, because every entrepreneur struggles with this shit and it's annoying and frustrating, okay? So you have a right to feel this way. Like I have a right to feel very frustrated. And it's a bit of a blow to my ego, I guess, and my pride, because at least if I know how to do this, then I can leverage somebody else and teach them, this is how I made all this money, this is what I need you to do for me, while I go focus on something else about my business. So what did I do? I dropped the 500 and I said, you guys do this, because I'm tired of throwing money at marketing and I'm not even breaking even. So that's what we did. I got a phone call. They're going to schedule a one-on-one consultation. I wouldn't say consultation, but let's call it an ad call. And we're going to go on Zoom, and they're going to walk me through it. They're going to figure out what offers I have, specifically the blueprint. And we're going to see what I didn't do or didn't do right. And then they're going to help me. As far as I would have presumed that they work the same as a normal agency. You pay them for doing the work, and then you give some more money for marketing. So I made that part of my concern. Is I know Billie Jean, I know their team is outstanding, and I know they're going to do a great job. Just wanted to let them know that, hey, if you just bring in these leads, and these leads are actually making the sale, which is really important to me. Otherwise, my business isn't a business if I'm not making money, right? So just want to make sure that if they're just able to bring in so many leads and I make so much money off the front end and the back end, with whether it's the upsell or the downsell, then Tasha can get paid as well. So Billie Jean's marketing gets paid, money goes to my marketing, and then Tasha as the individual gets paid as well when I decide how much I can take. Well, legally, since I'm an LLC now, I need to make sure I talk with my tax officials and say, hey, I'm making a really good chunk of change now, so how do I pay myself? And then we'll move on from there. But right now, I bitched about something, and rather than be other people who just continue bitching about it and become embittered and don't do anything, I made a decision. I'm leveraging someone else, and I'm investing in that leverage. And you guys need to do that too. If you're strapped for cash, find the cash. It's amazing how much money I still manage to blow through when I put all of my credit cards into a consolidation. I used to lean on my credit cards a lot. Now I've been taking a lot of money from myself. So, but I'm doing it for a good cause. This is really important to me, and I hope that your business is important to you, that you don't quit. I know you feel like it, I sure as shit do, but you can't. Not if you don't want to work for somebody else, and I sure as hell don't want to work for anybody else. Second thing I was bitching about, or rather I should say, second thing that I'm annoyed with is my body shape. I am tall, I am skinny. However, I've got a gut. I have had this gut for a very long time, actually. I guess they call it a muffin top, meaning that the shorts that I'm wearing right now, a bit of my stomach is hovering over it, and it just disgusts me. So for the longest time, I've been battling with being bipolar, and that's never fun either. So got my frustration with my job, frustration with myself, and now my body is not looking the way that I want it. So I pout about it, I'll cry about it, but I got to do something about it. And unfortunately, this is one of those things that if you start it and stop it, it sucks, because you got to go through, weeks, a brand new set of weeks again until you start seeing progress. And I wish I hadn't stopped. But the end of my heart didn't get broken when I was in Italy and Greece, when I was in the Navy. And I just ate my emotions away. I didn't PT, I didn't go for walks. I was just too darn depressed, and I didn't care. And that was back in 2010, 2009, 2010. And I've been fighting that gut ever since. So that's a long time. So, again, what do you do when you don't like what's going on in your life? You got to change it. You got to find the will. You got to find the motivation. I don't know how you're going to do it for you, but you got to figure it out, and you got to do it. Because, I've been talking to an old Navy buddy of mine. We're getting close. And when we finally meet, I'd like to present him with the body that I'm proud of. And right now, I'm not proud of my body. So I got to use this shelter in place time to get in shape. So when everything goes back to a new normal, I'll feel more confident. So I'm thinking about, again, what are the steps I'm doing? Changing things up here. Change my diet. I think I'm going to go back on meal replacements. And continue to alternate the days that I walk, like 2 miles basically, and then aerobics on an app that I downloaded that specifically targets the belly. Other things that I have been doing that maybe you might want to consider doing is doing affirmations. It may sound corny, but it's definitely helped. This one particular app, I have a Samsung Note 9. I think it's called Manifestation, based off the book The Secret, where you attract what you want into your life by saying it out into the universe. And as cheesy, cliche as it sounds, it's been working. This app tracks how many times I do my affirmations, and my goal is 365 days. Right now, I am on 101 days. So that's something to celebrate, right? Gotta remember to, as much as it hurts, guys, as much as you don't want to do it, you gotta be thankful for what you got, what you have. And be thankful for the little wins. Little wins. I created an LLC. I had the money to do it, and I'm thankful I had the money to do it. I'm getting the pandemic unemployment benefits for a couple more weeks. I'm still getting paid VA benefits because I was medically retired from the Navy. So I gotta remember that this isn't the worst of it, but it certainly feels like it. So about 16 minutes in here. Those of you who stayed, thanks, I appreciate it. That's pretty much how I'm going to wrap up my rant. Rant number 1, I leverage someone else's knowledge and success to help me get to where they are, or at least to help me mirror their success in their business by giving them the reins. Hey, you guys do this for me. And my body image, go for walks, change my diet, do aerobics. And then in between all this time, while I'm doing all this stuff, I'm going to have some bad moments. I'm going to be bitching and moaning about it. But the point is, there's people who continue to bitch and moan and don't do anything. And then there's others like me who bitch and moan, but then they decide, okay, well, what am I going to do about it? A, B, and C. So that's all you have to do. Again, it's hard, sucks, but that's what makes us mature adults that are trying to be entrepreneurs and have a really successful business with sales coming in. And then once that's in place, then good grief, then I can maybe push out some more products of my own, because now I'll have the money to do it, and then help other people who are struggling succeed. I'm not saying I want to be an agency. I want to take care of everybody else's ads or anything, but I don't know, maybe something else that I can do that I'm helping someone else get their success, and then as the byproduct, I get paid. Whatever it is that you guys are working on, make sure it's a win-win. Don't view your customers as dollar signs. They're people, okay? They're people that need your help, and they will pay you for that help. All right, that's all I got. Sorry that this was long. Have a good night.